If you have come across this post, it means that the universe wanted you to see this post, and now that you're here, I'm going to do a reading for you. It does not matter who you are, where you're from. What matters is that you comment underneath this post that I claim this reading, and then this reading will be for you. Alright, so the first card has already jumped out. You get card number 11, which is the Force. The second card is out, which is the Moon, and the third card has flipped itself over. A lot of interesting things are happening. The previous week has been a struggle for you. There were a lot of things that were perhaps getting out of hand. It was a constant back and forth. So जो भी आप काम कर रहे होंगे, naturally there was a lot of discussion, and there was a lot of replies, and there was a lot of back and forth. This would also mean that in the previous week, it is also very possible you had somewhat of a tussle with someone, perhaps a friend or a family member or something like that. In business, there is something that is being discussed with the likes of a very heated discussion. Like jo bhi hai, there's a lot of back and forth that's going on. But the good thing is you have just barely made it through the obstacle, and you were victorious, but not in a major way. Meaning that segueing into this week, you are going to be feeling perhaps the sensations or the effects of what has taken place in the previous week. There are times in your life when you're going to feel that when you put in the work, it sometimes is effortless, but last week was not that. It was definitely not effortless. Yes, you were able to put in the work. Each time you made a move towards positivity to help yourself better the situation, each time it costed you a piece of your energy. So you felt it all the way through, which also means that moving into this week, you are going to slightly feel the weight of the situation that you have gone through, or like the tiredness. You can feel the weight of the previous week that you have pulled into this week. Alright, so that was what the previous week was all about. It was a good week, but it took a lot out of you. In this week, you get card number 18, which is the Moon, meaning that there is a lot of things going on over here. This is also a very mysterious card. Usually if a person gets it, it's known as the marriage card, but there are two meanings behind it. For me, it would mean that there is something very festive that's going on this week, but I would also say that this card would mean that there are things developing in the background for you which you are not aware of. So, if there is something that you have perhaps forgotten about, which was once a part of your life, that thing is very much there. So perhaps you made an investment and perhaps you forgot about that investment. This card is a sign that those things are moving towards positivity. The people who are not in touch with you anymore, they are talking very nicely about you behind your back. So anything that is unseen or anything that is not in your peripheral vision is turning into or churning a wheel of positivity in the background for you. So that is what you need to understand about this week. So not as much going on in front of you, but a lot of things going on behind you. So perhaps if you're in a relationship and you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a potential partner, potential love interest, they are talking behind your back. They're talking about you. They're discussing you with their friends in a positive way. They are trying to weigh the pros and cons, and the pros are obviously weighing more than the cons. But what you need to understand is that things are happening behind the scenes for you, and they are good for you. They are good for you. It's a positive sign, and you need to understand that jahan pe you are able to see good things happening, I would advise you to accept them as they come to you. So this card is also a huge sign of do not wait for a better opportunity. So for example, if this week you are getting an opportunity to be somewhere or get something, do not pass the opportunity on in the hopes of something better. It could be about business, it could be about relationship, it could be about a friendship, it could be about travel plans. Make the plan now. Do it now. Do not pass up on this opportunity to say that नहीं, हम वापस से plan कर लेंगे और बेहतर से plan कर लेंगे. Do not do that, because this card is a huge sign that you need to take what you're given, because what you're given in the present is what you deserve, and it's something that is extremely good for you. Alright? So that is what the present card is representing for you, which is card number 18. Alright, which is the Moon. Moving forward, we have a message from the future. Now, this is a very interesting message. This message is actually talking about the week which has just ended the previous week. So it is taking you towards the past. It is talking about the obstacles or perhaps the heated debate or where you are coming from. It's almost like this week has been a break, but in the future, there is going to be a callback to the week that has just ended. Meaning that the person who was there in the previous week, the relationship, the business opportunity, the deal that was being discussed, the heated debate, that is showing up again in the future, but this time it's going to be very mellow. The feeling is going to be very warm. This time you're going to be able to guide yourself through this whole scenario because you've not only been through it in the previous week, but now you have learned the ropes. Now you know exactly how to go about things and what to do. So it's a positive sign that's waiting for you in the future, which is the message from the future, which is the Hermit, which is the card of knowledge. So you have learned this information in the previous week that has just ended, and now you're applying all the learnings in the future, meaning that you're going to be so on point. You are going to be bringing in your A game when it comes to this situation that's going to repeat itself from the previous week. So that is your reading for this week. If you want to claim this reading, you can comment underneath this video that I claim this reading, and then this reading will be for you. Like this video and save it so that you can always come back to it and watch it later on. And let's do this again sometime.